All praises unto Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Warakakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom you may be, or what you may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Okay? A lot of Israelites, they talk about how they're in the truth. They talk about how they're about the truth. They bring out good lessons. They might be on fire. But in reality, they're still not in the truth. You have a lot of men who do not show love to their brothers, man. You have a lot of respect of persons going on, all right? Especially for you new Israelites, be aware. Don't have your guard down in this ministry and assume everybody has a good heart toward the Lord just because you do. Don't assume that just because you want to see your brother win, don't think your so-called brother wants to see you win. All right? That's just the truth. It's just the truth of the matter. See, in this ministry, you have to seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You can't ride off of another man's work, okay? And you can't assume every man to be sincere because you are. Let's go to the book of 2 Thessalonians to start this off. The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1? Chapter 2. Book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, and verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So a lot of Israelites feel they're in the truth because they put on a garment and they go teach and they do videos throughout the week. But really, they're still rejecting the love of this truth because they hate their brother. Okay? You have Israelites, they won't even consider you if you're not in their camp. They won't consider you if you don't share the same acronym as them. Instead of looking at a man for what he speaks, instead of looking at a man for his character, for his integrity, you have men, they show respect of persons. Oh, we in the same camp, so yeah, we click. We're a clique. We're buddied up. We're in the same acronym. I'm in IUIC, so I show love to IUIC. I'm in GMS, so I show love to GMS. Instead of judging a man by his doctrine and judging a man by his character. Okay? And that's what a lot of men get caught up in. Nowhere in the Bible are you going to find IUIC. Nowhere in the Bible are you going to find GOCC. Now, the word millstone, I believe great millstone is in the Bible, which is spiritual, but it's not in the Bible as a camp. A lot of men are getting so caught up in camps that they're not even really pondering on, okay, is this man really in the spirit? Is this man really brotherly? Or am I just going to set my guard down because he claims to be in this camp, or he claims to be in the truth, instead of following behind a man's character, instead of following behind a man's actions and how he moves? And one thing I've noticed since I've been in this truth, I've never been in the camp since I've been in this truth, but I've had opportunity to be around certain men within this ministry. Okay, you have some beautiful brothers in this ministry, but you also have men who ain't right in the spirit. You also have men who want to just have numbers in their camp. They don't care about whether you're sincere. They just want to gain as many men within their camp as possible so that they look like they the guy. You have a lot of that going on in Israel. But then they claim that they're in the truth. Okay, a lot of men are not really in this truth just because they bring out these lessons and they wear a garment. a lot of men, you'd be surprised, actually have hate in their heart towards a brother for no cause at all. It ain't because he's teaching false doctrine. It ain't because he done something against him that's worthy of death. It's literally just because, oh, well, he's not in my clique. He's not in my camp. Okay? And a lot of you guys, you're going to be found out at the end that the Lord's not dealing with y'all. Because really, you're rejecting this truth. All right? And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And you have a lot of men, they have the mentality like they've been saved already. You have a lot of men with hate in their heart toward their brother without cause. But yet they think they've made it already. When you go to the book of 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20, this is what it says. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the power whom he hath not seen? So you can't love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but then for no reason at all, have hatred towards your brother. Either they're gathering with Yahushai, or they're scattering. If men aren't scattering the flock, why would you hate on them? Oh, because they're not in your camp. Oh, because they're not under the same acronym as you. Okay? So for you new brothers, just have the mentality of seeking out your own salvation in a sense of, regardless of the men who show you love, who try to, keep you going, just focus on you doing the right thing and like-minded men, because all men don't have the spirit. All men are not your brothers just because they say that they're Israelites or because they're in the same camp as you. Okay? You have to judge a man by his ways. You have to judge a man by his character. All men in Great Millstone are not the elect. All men in IUIC aren't 2/3. Okay? That's balance. But guess what? I will say this though. Primarily, the truth is coming out of Great Millstone. Okay? Elder Apostle Tahar, Gabar, and on down. But what happens is, you have a lot of men, they get caught up in man-pleasing. They get caught up in man-pleasing so much, they're not really considering that the Lord ain't even dealing with them. Because they don't have love for their brother. They have love for those who have a name in Israel. They have a love for the heads. But then, because they don't know of you, you don't exist. In terms of, you're not special, you don't matter. Who are you? Who are you to tell me this? You don't get no views. You don't have a lot of followers. You ain't been in the truth longer than 2 years. Why should I listen to you? You have a lot of men like that. And that's showing hate towards your brother. Because just because a man came in after you don't mean he's ahead of you in the spirit. It don't mean in the kingdom he's going to be over you. Or he's going to be under you. Excuse me. Brothers who are under you now might be over you when Yahushua returns. But there's just a lot of hatred and jealousy and envy and that, insignificant spirit in terms of how you see other brethren. But yet you claim that you're down for this truth. You claim that you're in the truth. But yet you're rejecting the truth because you're rejecting the love that you're supposed to have towards your brother, which is a part of being in this truth. Okay? You ain't seen Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You say how much you love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Your brother right in front of you, and you don't even acknowledge him. You hate on him. Okay? And you don't know who he could be in the spirit. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God loveth his brother also. So if you love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're going to love your brother also. But see, here's the thing. A lot of you men, you don't love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You pretend to love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So it's a cold cut towards any of you men. I don't care how long you've been in this truth. You are not in this truth if you have hatred towards a brother without cause. A lot of men have made this truth like it's a gang, like it's a clique, like it's about who's your high school buddy. This ain't that, man. Either you're about this or you're not about this. Let's go to Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66. I meant to go to 5. Isaiah 66 and verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. So those of us who fear the Lord, we love our brethren, because when you fear the Lord, you walk according to how he wants you to walk. Okay? Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified. Why? Because you have a lot of men who claim that they love the Lord, but then they hate their brother without cause. Okay? That cast you out for my name's sake said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. Why? Because they're rejecting this truth, but yet they claim they're in the truth. Here it is, they have hate in their heart toward their brother. Maybe that brother is not in the camp, or maybe they kicked him out the camp, and maybe when they kicked him out the camp, he wasn't even wrong. Okay? And they have a gang mentality of coming against that one man. One man is looked at as evil when really he's the only one that's probably right. And in some cases that's true. You have a whole camp, one gets casted out, the whole camp is wicked as hell. None of them are of the elect, but the Lord is dealing with that one man who got kicked out, or that one man who's not a part of the camp. Okay? Whether he got kicked out or whether he separated himself. Okay, you have a lot of men looking at other men as evil for no reason at all, and really feel like the Lord is dealing with them. The Lord gonna get you niggas, man. I get sick and tired of all you men talking all this brotherly talk, and you don't even show it in your actions. You know how many men are in this truth who teach alone, and none of y'all reach out to us? What does that say? That says a lot about y'all guys, man. You know? And the Lord is watching y'all who claim that you're brotherly, who claim you're in this truth. Right? Let's read this again. Let this sink through your thick skull. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. And if you fear the Lord, you will love your brother, because you know exactly in your heart of hearts, that's what the Lord requires. Not loving your brother, you don't love the Lord. You ain't trembling at his word, you just faking. Okay? Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. So a lot of men, they have a lot of shame to look forward to. A lot of men are claiming to be brothers in this truth, and they're not brotherly at all. You have to watch those guys. I don't care how long they've been in the truth. I don't care how many views they get. A lot of men in Israel, you have to watch them. And I'm not talking about watch their videos. I'm talking about watch them. Okay? Jeremiah 9 and 4. Take ye heed, everyone his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slander. So you have men who will slander you, who will cast you out as evil, but think they're in the truth. And you've done nothing to deserve that. All right? But it's all good though, because see, the Lord is going to show who's his. And he's doing a separation right now. All right? Just because you're in GMS don't mean you're of the elect. Just because you're in GMS doesn't mean you're in the truth. Okay? And it goes down just like that. A lot of you fake ass brothers who claim that you brothers, the Lord is going to show you at the end of the day, you're a joke. All right? And he will get rid of you. Because a lot of you guys, you have a respect of persons going on. And it's getting clear to see more and more as time goes on. A lot of men, they want to be camp leaders. They just want to recruit as many men as possible so they look like they're doing something. Okay, they talk down on other men who haven't been in this truth as long as them, or they act like they're the only ones in the truth. The Lord's going to deal with men such as that. You looking down on a brother for no reason. He's done nothing to you besides breathe, right? The Lord going to get you type of cats. So you can't say you in this truth and you don't got no love for your brother. And a lot of you men are being shown that you ain't shit. It's just like that. So I'm going to give all thanks and praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Warakah, Wadash, Shalom.